Sterling is enduring the most volatile period since the European Union Brexit referendum. It comes after last night's meaningful vote on Theresa May's Brexit deal, lost by 149 votes. Today there's the spring budget statement and two more crucial votes in Parliament that'll decide the fate of Brexit. Nick Kilbey joins us now from Foenix Partners. Nick, good to talk to you. What a time to be talking about the foreign exchange markets as well, with specific regard to sterling. I want to ask first of all a fairly straightforward question. What should we be watching out for in terms of sterling trade? Is the Brexit issue the most important, or should we also be focusing on the spring statement?
Well, exactly. It's a very, very interesting time to be talking about this at the moment, and the first initial reason is because of the Brexit vote. We are highlighting that has more importance and significance and is likely to have more of an impact on the market than the spring budget this morning. OK, let's take them in chronological order there, if I can, because despite the fact you're saying that the spring statement's been cocked into a hat because of the Brexit negotiations and Brexit deal, should we be aware of anything that could move sterling from Philip Hammond today? Well, Philip Hammond's likely to address the issues of leaving with a no deal. So if the UK crashed out of the EU with a no deal, nothing in place, he's going to really just highlight the importance of this is going to be uncharted territory.
Let's move on in that case to tonight's vote and the importance of that for sterling, because it seems to me that there is a possibility this could actually either go on one way or the other on a very narrow vote, the deal or no deal situation. For what should we be watching in terms of the trade? Are you watching sterling against dollar and euro, or are there other trades that we should be watching?
We're predominantly looking at sterling euro and sterling dollar at the moment in regards to tonight's vote. Now, the markets are going to be extremely choppy up until then. This is completely the unknown. There's no script for this at all. And the danger is, you know, if we leave the deal, if we leave the EU with completely no deal, and you know the MPs vote on that tonight, then this is going to throw sterling into potentials from short-term and medium-term significant downside. You know, we've been looking at potential 3 to 4% potential move down, especially in the short to medium term, until we gain some clarity moving forward on this.
Let's take a look at sterling dollar, one of the two crosses you were talking about. This is the volatility we've seen. This is the daily chart. I want to quickly update you as well on what's happening the hourly chart. Money going in to sterling overnight. 3 to 4% downside on this would take us down to, well, we've got these lows we've seen here recently all the way down at 127. Do you think even those lows could be broken?
Yes, well, it'll be interesting to see where the resistant levels come in there, but if you're moving down into the 127 region, you know, this really is completely uncharted. There will be no script for this. You know, people are going to be selling off dramatically here. OK, what about against the euro? We saw 22-month highs, of course, last couple of days. We have seen highs. We've definitely seen highs. Now, the ECB have created some damage themselves there with the euro weakening off, was why that was a little bit more of a higher move up. It'll be interesting to see, as I said, if we crash out with a complete no deal, where we end up. We would be expecting some sort of 3% move, because there's no clarity there. You know, any uncertainty is going to create volatility in the market, and it's going to push sterling down. On
the flip side, if tonight the parliamentarians vote to take a no deal off the table, sterling positive?
Well, this is where it gets a little bit more interesting, because that will leave us in the position where we have to go into another vote, and that will be on whether we can extend Article 50. Now, again, it's not just up to the UK if we can do this. There's the other side of it. The EU have to allow us to happen. So we'd expect very choppy markets until that happened. If the EU then granted us an extension of Article 50, we could then potentially see a little bit of upside to the recent lows, as you just mentioned there, you know, the mid-117s, the high 117s. Yeah, OK. Well, look, Nick, we'll leave it there, but thanks so much indeed. Interesting day ahead, doubtless, with the spring statement from Chancellor Philip Hammond just after Prime Minister's questions on this Wednesday. Then, as Nick was saying, we get that vote, that deal or no deal vote, a little bit later on in the day. All potential fodder for those trading sterling.